Hello and welcome to Tabletop, and today we'll take a look at Argatoria, the start here, factions, rules, quick start overview. This is a 10mm rank and file game in the likes of War Master. We'll take a look at the factions. Let me go over there. I have a PDF. You can find this I think on their homepage. I will link it down below, and let's get in it. I cannot do it, like if I go this way I cannot zoom in, so I will do it this way. But let me zoom in. So Argatoria, I didn't know it existed, and if you don't know it existed too, let me show you what this is all about, and let me show you the factions, and we will find out if it is cool. So, great battles in a barbarian world. Really, this is what it is, because like, if you're thinking like, man, I could play the old world or I could play something else, this really dives into the barbaric world, and it feels more like Conan the Barbarian and all of that stuff. So it differentiates itself a bit. It is not the fantasy is not grounded in some chaos and evil. Maybe it is, I mean, we will see in a second, but it is more, as you can see, it is mountains, wastelands, and just clashing. So I skipped this. This is just the wall of text, but I have to say something I like. Like, the art looks good. I like these details. I don't have a hand tool, but can you see here this beautiful woods right here? I do appreciate like all of this effort, because lately the codexes and the army books from Warhammer Fantasy, and this is what I grew up with, like they are lately skipping that part. And when I have something in my hand like a hardcover book, I'm really intrigued. Having all of that stuff and illustrations and having pictures of the models, and not just models. Okay, you can buy these models, but to get a feeling for the army. I mean, look at this. I hope it zooms in a second. But can you see, like, you're seeing a full army on display? You can get a sense of the feeling, maybe how this would play, if you would enjoy this. I mean, come on. You got a bunch of wolves, you got guys riding a big elephant. Yeah, on my tablets this was zooming in, so it was really crisp, not just zooming in, but yeah, it was getting like, yeah, it was rendering better. But yeah, bear with me. So I think this is really important to have all these background illustrations, and this looks very good. So let's get into the factions of this, and it starts with the AROX. Doesn't float my boat very much, because like it looks a bit like lizard people from the old world, so I don't know, but it looks kind of good. It is like, okay, if you want to play the lizard people, here they are, and you get your Stegadon, and it's all in 10mm, and I think it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks good, and I think these guys, they play a bit more melee focused, and I think they are a bit hard hitting. So you got two lizard factions. If I would create a game, I would just make it a bit more distinct, because otherwise you get too much the same stuff. But they have their plans, they make what they like, and you get a dinosaur, you get horned, spiked things. So that's what the Quickstart guards do. But stay with me, like it gets good. Like at the beginning I wasn't sold on it. Then you get the DIRANDIS. These are the wolf-like people, and they have with them the Sasquatches. Man, I don't know why this is not yeah, we have to see it like this. Like, they have the Sasquatches, they have the ogres, they have like some wolf riding guys, and then you get down here, you get some yeah, more guys riding, yeah, wolves, dwarves with red beards. I like this very much. So, okay, you have here something that looks very barbaric, but these are the wolf riders. These are, I would say, maybe the Norsemen. And I cannot say what it differentiates, but I think they have prayers, and maybe there's like some different things, like some is like prayers and some is like magic spells. Then you have this SORGAX, and here it says these ones are a bit more mysterious. It seems to me like there are maybe a bit like the night elves from Warhammer. You get some snakes, again you get some lizard folks. I wasn't really hooked right here, but bear with me, like scroll forward, because when the orcs come and when the evil factions come and when the barbarians come, that's where I was really hooked. So if you're not yet sold, bear with me, or just skip forward. So this lizard people, maybe a bit more magical. It says that they are heralds of torment, but doesn't really specifically say what they can and cannot do. So maybe it would be good to know what is their playstyle. So are they more focused on magic? Are they more focused on melee? From the quick start guide, I cannot really see what's happening there. Then we have the VENDRAEL, and these are the ones I picked, and they are definitely classic barbarian, Conan the Barbarian. And oh man, I wish this would like be a bit sharper. Yeah, but here you get your barbarians, all barbarian warriors, and I liked this one, this centerpiece. And I don't know what their playstyle is, but I think they are maybe very aggressive and very wild. And later when we come to the rules, we will see how this might play out. Then you have like witches. Then you have your nature dudes. I liked this one very much. I already liked this one. Like I'm totally into nature, and I think this is where, for me at least, it starts to shine a bit better. And here you get on my tablet. This was super crisp, so I don't know why the Internet Explorer, my Microsoft Edge, is not zooming in on this, but yeah, this is a bit disappointing. But here you get your wolves, your eagles, your snakes. Here you get a dwarf with a bear and a dwarf. And I was pretty hooked. Like here, another wolf. Again, on my tablet, this was pretty crisp, pretty sharp. I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong brochure. Who knows? But yeah, these are the nature guys. And I don't know much about their playstyle, but I was like, when I saw this, I was okay. Maybe I picked wrong with the barbarians. Maybe I should have gone for the woods. But yeah, once a barbarian, always a barbarian. And I think this is where it might shine a bit. As you can see here, you get a Shoel Morg, a worshipper of the dark gods, who doesn't like these guys. These are the evil guys, the bad guys. Here you get your Mordor-like stuff, and you get this beautiful Hydra. Like this looks amazing. Then you get here some dark boar riders. You get here some dark heroes, barbarians. You get your minotaurs, and then you get here some, I don't know what these are, but some spiky big red guys. And yeah, yeah, I think this was kind of cool. Big axes, and I don't know how they play, but these are definitely like the bad guys. Then you get your orcs. I mean, I call them orcs. I mean, they are called AROX. And yeah, here you get your orc army, looking good. And you get some heroes. This guy, a magical hero. Then definitely one who can fight. Then you get your green masses, definitely, how do you call it? Like, yeah, the green tide. And then back here, this is what I like. I'm a sucker for Beastmen. You get your boars who join the fight, and I don't know what these are, maybe some black orcs. And then you get some maybe assassins down here. Yeah, a spellcaster or a second spellcaster, a big monster, a spider, and I was kind of intrigued. I have some of these miniatures right here, and they look amazing. And then this is maybe how it would look like. You have here your human-like barbarians versus your lizard people, and then they explain that it came out 2021 during the dark times. The first edition was released. Here you can see a beautiful mini, and now it's time for a second edition. I have to say, I guess I like the cover from the first one a bit better than the second one, but that's personal taste. And then we go into what is Argatoria. I would say, what's the game? And it talks about 10mm and how to paint it and how to assemble it. And as you can see, you have your, I would say, not generic, but it's like a common language. Like you get here like leadership 10, movement 10, movement is in centimeters, weapon skill 3, strength 3, toughness, 2 attacks, 2 wound, and that's good because like when you're trying to learn a game or a card game, it's always good to have a common language because it allows you to pick it up very easily. And so you got strength, you got toughness, and I like that. I think that was cool. And what else? This looks pretty amazing. So I don't know if these are the bad guys, but this looks pretty intriguing. I would say this is definitely a bone giant or a zombie giant. You have here zombies. You have here an undead hero. This is for me where it shines. Maybe these are a bit later models, or maybe that's personal taste that I'm more a sucker for stuff like this. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's cool. And then here it goes into the game and how the game is played. And it tells you that I think that's a 20mm base, and big models are like one big model on a 20mm base. As you can see, where are the big models here? No big models, but small models. You put 2 small models or human-sized models on a 20mm base, and you put them like diagonally. And if you have big models, you put them like these, one on the base. And it says that it's like a minimum of 4 ranks, a maximum of 16 bases. And then it goes into the cycle and the actions of the game. I would say the cycle is just a turn, but the activation is very interesting. We will see in a second here the dices, but yeah, bear with me. At the beginning, it's like bolt action. You get a dice for each troop, and you put down just a d6 dice in front of the troop in the middle, and if the unit has a dice, it's not yet activated. So you roll for initiative like that, and the first player or both player roll. Wait a second, how is it played? The cycle begins placing a dice. Okay, and then the first player makes 2d6. Okay. And the lower result is a number of... Okay, but the cycle with a placing action dice behind each unit and hero must determine... Okay, you make just an initiative. And so who, I guess, has the higher initiative starts the game or can choose. I have to see, but that's in the rulebook. And then how many units do you activate? As you can see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure if those are all units. I think only the one with the squared one are units, and the one with the round bases are heroes. So you activate your units and then you activate your heroes. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So that would be 5 activations. So you take your 2d6s, You roll 2d6s, I roll a 2 and a 6, and then the lower result is the number of units I have to activate. So that forces me to act. And then they can do one action for each dice they have. A bit like in bold action, so you can do, and the following you can do is charge, like move in centimeters, you can charge, and you can fight. And I'm sure, and that's also like included here, units can also pray for more hits, more wounds, or even enemy misfortune. After activating these units, the other player makes an activation roll and activates exactly. It's like alternating activations. I have to see how this plays out. I have to read the rulebook. Spellcrow was kind enough to send me the rulebook. I will go through it, and then you activate. Units and heroes activated in separate phases, as I said, and I think the heroes can then move up and do also stuff. So it's kind of cool, Here it's more of the units. How to paint the minis. There was a section in earlier brochures where they showed how to paint the minis. I really would love to see that back, because it reminds me very much of early GW. And then here's an example combat. Like, I think they have a unit here, and as you can see, they all have their dices. It's like in bold action. This unit is not yet activated, this unit is not yet activated, and the dice just says this unit is not yet activated. So if the unit has no dice, it means the unit has been activated. That's all that it means. And if you have to pivot, let's say you have to pivot this unit, you put a dice here, and the dice in the middle of the base becomes the pivot line or the pivoting point. And as you can see, these ones want to attack these guys, so they choose to charge, they roll, and I think a charge is 2d6s plus their normal movement. And as you can see here, they have a move of 10, then they roll a 3 and a 4 and add 7, not inches, 7 centimeters to their charge, and so they can charge 17 centimeters. So they charge in, and once they have charged in, as you can see, they just have to close the gap. They make it barely, and once they're in, then one of them can choose how to close the gap. Either you close the gap with the lizard people, like they slide into them, or the barbarians have to slide into you. That's definitely some tactical stuff, but the one who touches first base can choose who will close the gap. Here the SORGAX player has decided that the Amazons will align against the Liaguilians front edge. Both units are now positions and will now attack, and now you get your dice. I think they have base attack. I think these are the yellow ones. They have 2 attacks per base, because you see 2 models on the base. So you got a front edge of 4, 8 minis on that, so that's 8 attack dice. Then because you charged, you get 2 additional dice. Then each rank behind them gets to attack 2. Also 1 additional, but because they have some rules, they can also attack all. So you got 16 attack dice, and then this is the green one. And then finally the champion rolls also in this guy and has also like 4 attacks. So a bunch of attack dice, as you can see. And now this is different from the Warhammer system. Now you have a weapon skill of 2, meaning that you have to score a 2 or less to hit. Like this, it's a bit strange in this game. I would have liked it to hit like we're used to be, but sometimes maybe you have to change something, either for change sake or because it makes sense. But yeah, you roll, and on a 2 and a 1 you hit. So they don't have the best weapon skill. Maybe a weapon skill of 6 would be good, because that would mean that you hit on pretty much everything. But I think it cannot exist because weapon skill of 6 would just be broken, but you get what I mean. And then if you score a 1, it's a double hit, which could be a critical hit, so it's like hitting off on 5s but critting on 6s, and so they generate additional dice, and then yeah, they have a modest weapon skill of 2, but they have inflicted a certain amount of wounds. Because they have charged, they get +1 on their strength, and so they get, yeah, strength 2 against toughness 2. I don't know how this adds up. The Amazon have toughness 2, so the difference of 2 favors the Linguinians. We add 2 more dice to the wound test. So because they are a bit stronger, they get another 2 dice, and then you roll a bunch of dice. And to wound an enemy, a roll must be equal to or less than the attacking unit's strengths. So let me see. During the charge, have strength 4, so all scores higher than 4 are discarded. Okay, so everything. This one should be discarded too. Or does it hit? Yeah, it does hit. Okay, so I don't know. Somehow it works. And then each Amazon has a base of 2 wounds, as you can see, and so the last. So you pretty much kill 8 wounds. But I guess you have also some saves, because it speaks here, has 2 wounds. The unit has suffered 9 wounds, so the VENDRAEL player removes 4 bases from the rear, accounting for 8 wounds. The remaining 1 wound is marked, so it spills over. And here it comes. The Amazon may still roll for saves thanks to their shields. After this combat, another unit is activated, though full details are explained later in the rulebook. So yeah, this is the Quickstart guard. I said start here. I don't know if I could illuminate the way you needed it to. In my mind it was a bit cooler, but yeah, maybe I could help. And like, this is a starter. I think you get this here in Germany for like around 50 bucks, and I think it's cool. You get a bunch of minis. I think you can play starter versus starter and then build up from there. And here you get a better picture of the minis. Maybe I should have started with something like this. And yeah, I think it's kind of cool, pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I have a few minis of these. I will build them, paint them up, and then maybe do some test games, and then I can tell you more. I'm also looking at War Master, because I might be comparing them. What's different, what's kind of same, which one is maybe better, or which one is better suited for you. So yeah, that's the video so far. I hope you had kind of fun, and we see us in the next video. See ya.